So every morning I get to walk maybe about a quarter of a mile up to the registration office to pick up the golf cart. And it is cold again this morning. Whew. All right, let's do this.
Attention please, the show opens in 15 minutes.
So now I'm over in Supplier Building B. This is in the Expo Hall. This is one of two supplier buildings here at the Tampa RV show, and they have a whole bunch of vendors in them. This one also has RVs like Prevo and Airstream and Roadtrek, For Travel, and Newell. And I'm back to shoot some footage of the Newell coach that I'm really excited to show you guys. It's like a $2 million coach. It's really fancy. Plus, we want to hit up DRV, a couple more RV manufacturers, and we want to hit up the other supplier buildings. I have not been over there yet. So another big day, and as you can see, I'm flying solo again. Poor guy. He's missing out on all the fun. At least he'll be able to watch the footage.
Hey everybody, we're here at the RV Supershow having a great time. It's a bit cold out this morning in Florida. In fact, my bush is a little frozen.
Cool, dude, I like
Am I pretty or what?
Oh, yes.
Yes, I am.
I see I have some stiff competition today.
Yeah, well, no. I haven't taken my Viagra yet.
You're not unthawed
I
yet?
took my Miracle Grow this morning, though.
Oh, that's good. We should go get our picture taken with us. Yeah.
Checking out the Airstreams.
I'm Chris Capper at Tampa RV, one of the Airstream certified experts. What we have here is we're in the brand new Airstream 27 FB Twins, and it's a Globetrotter. So brand new. It's got modern European styling with very rounded corners on this right here. Something else that Airstream did now. So here, if I've got my phone in there and I don't know where it is, there's a mirror right here that helps you see it. So the cool thing about that is not everybody is real tall, and you don't necessarily need to look up there, but if you're a little bit shorter, you can easily see what's in there. Another thing about Airstream that a lot of people don't know is that all these windows right here and the doors are extruded aluminum. They're put on there, they average about 3,500 rivets, and each rivet requires two people, one on the outside, one on the inside, to put it together. So no other travel trailer in the world is built as good as an Airstream. They're absolutely the best, been in business since 1931. In the Globetrotter, they're starting to add some of the nice modern conveniences of having the indirect lighting that kind of glows, and it really feels kind of space agey in here. I really like it. They've also maximized the amount of drawer space that you have. They've also upgraded the appliances on this, so you have a beautiful flat surface right here. We're not done. In here you have a microwave. You've got extra storage in here. I guess the child lost their lollipop. So here's something that's really interesting. A lot of people wonder about twin beds. Twin beds are really awesome for a few reasons. First of all, if you don't just travel with your spouse, let's say you're single and you want to have one of your buddies or your girlfriends come with you, they can go ahead and have their own bed without having to break down the dinette. Anytime you have an Airstream that has a twin bed, you're going to have external storage capabilities for you. So the reason why we would have twin beds in here is, first of all, 60% of all Airstream customers buy the queen beds, but 40% buy twins. So I just talked to Tim Maxwell at Airstream. He gave me those specific statistics. So I'll give you a couple of reasons why you might want that besides having external storage. If you're let's say traveling with your family, but you don't always necessarily want to travel with your wife. Let's say, for example, had a customer who his daughter went to college, so he wanted to go up there and visit her during the summertime. So he wanted to make sure that she had a bed of her own that she could sleep in and not be relegated to sleeping on the couch. So another thing is, if you have someone who's suffering with restless leg syndrome, it might not be as comfortable if you're the other person to sleep in that bed with them. So having the twin beds, you can still sleep in the same room together, but not have to annoy each other with that right there.
I'm Ken from RV World, or Gazeni's RV World in Lakeland. We have 4 locations in Florida. We represent the Roadtrek here in Florida. What's so unique about the Roadtrek, other than other manufacturers, is their electric technology. This coach, the inside home of this coach, can actually run off of the batteries. There is no actual generator inside of this motorhome. There's 4 large lithium batteries, a big inverter, which will actually operate everything that's 110, 120 in the coach. But the lifestyle that Roadtrek is after is they're after the people who want to boondock. They don't want to go to a campsite. They don't want to sit there and plug in and sit there for a week or two. They want to travel. They want to get up every day, and they want to move about. If you have any other questions about Roadtrek or any of the other vans that we carry, you could always go to Gazeni's RV World at www.rvworldinc.com.
ShowHauler is kind of one of the last true custom builders, but everything is built on a truck chassis. You know, the idea is having a safe unit, not only in the structure of the unit, but also your truck or your drivability piece out front. Everything is fully welded steel. Everything is integrated into the cab itself, and then from there, your floor plan is totally custom. Because we're on heavier duty chassis, you don't have much in the way of worrying about weight. Most of the trucks will have 2 20,000-pound rear axles, and then it'll have an 18,000-pound front axle. Basically, that's 58,000 gross carrying capacity, and most of the units weigh in the 45-foot range. They'll all weigh about 42 to 43,000 pounds, and that's loaded with tile floors, tile showers, granite countertops, a ton of slides, large generators. I mean, you know, basically loaded everything you could possibly put in one, and we're still within the confines of the truck itself. You know, with any of the truck chassis, the motor is out front, and most of these motors are extremely large. You know, there'll be a 13 to 15 liter motor, and you have a lot of frame that motor sits on. So, you know, should you ever run off the road, or should you ever, you know, be running down the interstate not paying attention and running in the back of say a truck. I mean, that'd be a good example of a semi. If you're running in the back of a semi, you have a fair amount of frame and motor sitting out in front of you, versus a Class A, you have minimal amount of plastic dash, fiberglass, and glass. You know, you're within basically a foot or two of what you're going to hit. The most common truck we build on are Freightliner Cascadia. Those have a lot of integrated safety. They'll have airbags. Detroit has just released a newer motor and transmission, and with that you can get cruise mitigation. You have lane departure assist that will alert you, you know, if you get out of your lane, and they also have a blind spot monitoring. I see in time, because a lot of this is coming over from the trucking industry, and I would probably imagine the next few years it will, not autonomous, but you'll have something that will help you correct yourself in the lane, similar to what you see on a lot of the GM cars and trucks. So it's, you know, kind of, it'll be cool to see that.
Oh, there is magic in the air today. Alabarunga Bahuchiku has spoken. You will have a Huchiku kind of day at the super. Oh, look, there is an Italian in the house. Alabarunga Bahuchiku.
Hey, that's my song. I'm Italian. That's all I know.
I'm Andrea. I'm the interior designer for DRV. There's a lot of aspects to designing the RV. You know, the biggest piece is the wood colors because there's so much of it in the RV. We do a lot of trend research. I go to a lot of shows like kitchen and bath shows and stuff to see what the trends are, but also just getting the customer feedback from current customers, from new customers, and seeing what they like, what they want to see, and that's really the starting point for when trying to decide when we want to change something. And then of course the fun stuff follows in after the wood color is selected. You pick the wall boards and the cabinet door design, the fabrics, of course, countertops, backsplashes, put in sort of the frill. There's definitely some challenges when you're designing the RVs, production being one too. Just how do I create all these options for the customer so that they can have a RV that's unique to them, but also make it friendly for our production. For DRV, we like to give our customers at least 2 wood options, and then we also offer three decors typically that they can choose from, and then of course you can intermix the leather colors and countertops. And then at DRV, we also allow the customer to, you know, switch between brands. If it allows, you know, production, if it works for production, we let them switch between brands so they can take an Elite countertop and put it in a Mobile. So again, just letting that customer make the RV their home. For DRV new this year, we came out with the wood color, which is what we're standing in right now. It's the hazelnut color. So trying to offer a new lighter option. We replaced honey cherry with this option here. We also added some new wall boards, which kind of falls into the background, but it really changes the look of the unit. The new cabinet door designs, new valances, new sconces that you see behind me. There's some new backsplash designs, new island feature on the front and above the island. The kitchen sink is new, the dinette chairs. So just kind of, I mean, it was a pretty simple overhaul this year, but it's a lot of pieces. So just trying to kind of keep a fresh look.
So just wrapped up checking out the DRV lot. Gonna have a couple of walkthroughs coming to you in the near future. Saw some new things. There was a new color, there was a new wood. Got some new updated interior designs and got to speak to Andrea, who is their interior design person, so that was pretty cool. Now it is about midday. It's probably about 1 o'clock now. Time to head back to my house, my DRV, to check on Tom and get some lunch. So went back home, got some lunch. Tom is still really sick, which is a huge bummer, but I'm back out at the show now, and I'm actually meeting up with some old-time RVers who are actually also going to be in the Open Road RV Nomads movie. We got Julie and Sean. Hey. Woo! So that was a lot of fun hanging out with Julie and Sean Chicory of Chicory's Travels, and you should definitely check them out on their YouTube channel. And actually we had some other full-time RVers stop by. I'll show you a picture here. Here's all of us, and it was really great to see everybody. There's quite a few people here checking out all the RVs and products, so it's gonna be a really fun place to socialize as well. Sun's going down. I gotta get this golf cart back to the registration office, so signing off for now. We'll see you tomorrow.